Happy Fri-YAY!
Hello!
Welcome to another teen book club. My name is Kelsey, and I'm the teen librarian here at Smith Public Library.
I'm Whitney, I'm a reference assistant.
And we are excited because this month we did a graphic novel for our teen book club pick. We did Nimona by Noelle Stevenson. And Nimona is the debut work of Noelle Stevenson. She is probably better known now for her remake of She-Ra, Princess of Power. It is, I know it's on Netflix for sure. I'm not sure where else you can watch it, but she was kind of the leader behind that. She does a lot of the animation and the story. And her partner is also Molly Knox Ostertag, who, if you read any kids' graphic novels, she does the Witch Boy series of graphic novels. So they have a huge amount of work between the two of them. Noelle Stevenson also does all of the Lumberjanes graphic novels. She has people who come in and help her with those, other artists and other writers, but she was also one of the creators of Lumberjanes. What else am I forgetting? I feel like she has a ton of stuff. Not We'll figure it out later. We've got too much to talk about.
Nimona, Lumberjanes.
She also has this one. We'll talk about this later. This is her graphic memoir, The Fire Never Goes Out. And this is our copy for here at the library. And we'll talk about that one later as well. But like I said, Nimona was her very first graphic novel. And I love it very, very much. So I wanted to do that for our March book club this year. So we're going to do a quick little summary. We're not going to do a half-hour one like we did the Sherlock Holmes. But so Nimona is about a girl who has shape-shifting powers, and it starts very abruptly with her pretty much just like barging in on this. I guess he's not really a supervillain.
He's just like a bad guy.
Yeah, so
sort of
this world that it's a fantasy graphic novel. So in this world, there's like what's called the Institute, and they are fighting against. It seems like they kind of select like, okay, you're going to be the bad guy and you're going to be the good guy, and this is the way our world works, and we are just going to be at constant war with each other. And so they go through like training and like, and then the bad guy is kicked out of the training school, and so he has to become the bad guy then, and everybody else is the good guy. So it's a really interesting setup.
Yeah, and it's fantasy, but like
with some elements.
It's like sci-fi.
Yeah, like some elements of sci-fi. Like the Institute, they kind of have like their own kind of scientific development team.
Yeah.
It's really interesting.
It's all over the place, but like it
doesn't
even attempt. Yeah, it's like at one point they're like, "Do you want to order pizza?" And it's like, huh?
Yeah,
it's good.
It's sci-fi and fantasy that kind of like tongue-in-cheek like nods to. Like, breaks the fourth wall and is like, do you want to call for pizza? Like stuff like that is pretty typical. And this is the second time I've read through Nimona, and it was so much funnier than I remembered it being, because it has some very serious parts in it.
Yeah.
But she really likes to transform herself into a shark just for fun, and that pops up a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So Nimona, like I said, she has these shape-shifting powers. She decided she's going to be the sidekick of this bad guy. His name is Ballister Blackheart. A very villainy name. And our hero's name is something Golden Lion. What is his first name?
It's
Ambrosius or Ambrose or something.
Ambrose Golden Loin.
I didn't realize it was loin.
I'm pretty sure it's Golden Loin.
I thought it was Golden Lion.
So I the first time I read this book, I listened to it on audiobook, and it was like a full cast, and the audiobook was only 2 hours, and I lost a lot because I wasn't obviously like looking at a graphic novel, but it was pretty cool because there's like sound effects and everything, but I'm pretty sure it's Sir Golden Loin.
Now I'm like really upset that I didn't realize that, and I'm gonna have to go through this whole thing.
Hold on, give us 2 seconds.
No.
Is it loin? 1, 2. Okay, we'll figure out later.
So anyway.
Sure. Wait, you talk. I'll look.
Okay, my turn to talk while she looks. So she decides she's going to become the sidekick of Ballister Blackheart, and Ballister Blackheart has a long history with Golden Lion. They went to their training at the Institute together.
Please remove Golden Loin.
Oh my god! Blowing my mind.
Yeah.
Okay, so he is like the nemesis of like Golden Loin, because Golden Loin like pretty much accidentally like laser shot his arm off in training.
It was an unfortunate event.
So he's missing. Ballister is missing an arm. He has like a cyborg robot arm, and Golden Loin is like very much portrayed as like a Fabio, like flowing golden hair hero. He's there to save the day, and Golden Loin works for the Institute now, and he's fighting against Blackheart. And so Nimona, she comes on board and she wonders like, why aren't you actually like doing villainous things? Like, why aren't we robbing banks and stabbing people and taking over the world? And Blackheart is like, that's not how we do things. There are very set rules to the villainy in this book. So the villains do very specific things, and then the good guys do very specific things to counter them. And it all gets very, there's a lot of turmoil, some emotions, because we find out Nimona's backstory. We find out about Golden Loin and Blackheart's kind of history together and their relationship, and then we find out that maybe the Institute isn't exactly what it seems.
Something called the Institute isn't what
it seems. That?
Dun, dun.
In a YA book? I never. So, I love Nimona. I love her art style. I think she puts a lot of heart into her work. Her stuff is very personal. And even the dedication on the front page is one of my favorites. Her dedication of Nimona is to all the monster girls. And I just thought that was really different and very nice. So, I want to talk a little bit about her other one. This is her memoir, her graphic memoir, which Noelle Stevenson is younger than me. I'm 32. I don't know. I think I'm 32. Anyway, Noelle Stevenson is younger than me, and she already has a graphic memoir out. And I'm like, all right, like, cool down, chill out for a minute. But it has a lot of her webcomics that she did when she was younger. And that was really cool, because I've been following Noelle Stevenson online for years. And the whole reason that she started to get kind of well known on the internet was the webcomics that she drew about the Lord of the Rings. And she did these really funny interpretations of what happens, just turning them into like comedic webcomics, these Lord of the Rings characters. A lot of the times it was like Legolas and Gimli as like a comedic duo, like swashbuckling their way through the Lord of the Rings. So if you're interested, definitely go try to find those. But she talks about that at the beginning, and she starts it in, I think, 2011. Yeah, 2011. And she says that for all these years, she's been doing like a webcomic wrap-up of her year at the end of the year. And so it goes through all of that and kind of what she did that year. But it also talks a lot about her mental health issues and her depression and struggling with that. And quite a bit of her struggle with imposter syndrome, like being somebody so young who has had so much success and feeling like she doesn't deserve that. And it's just really touching. And I think her art, like I said in this one, she puts a lot of heart into her stuff. Like, this one is very emotional. It's a very, like, there are parts of this, like, I literally have one of her quotes tattooed onto my arm. Like, that's how emotional some of her stuff gets. But I really recommend this one. I don't think it's checked out a lot, but come and get this one. We have it here. Pick them both up together. Like, ooh, book bundle. And if you enjoyed Nimona, definitely get The Fire Never Goes Out. And I encourage you to go find her old webcomics and stuff online. I'm sure if you search like Noelle Stevenson, Lord of the Rings, her stuff would come up. It's really funny, and it's what got me interested in her years ago. And it's been really cool to watch her grow as a comic artist and a creator. So very fun stuff. So we only have one more book club left.
One.
It has been quite a year, you guys. Mm-hmm. So I feel like I've been talking for 10 hours. Our April book club.
You're passionate about
I love her so much. Our April book club book is The Patron Saints of Nothing by Randy Rebay. And that one, I mean, we had our nice semi-comedic graphic novel break, and then April is going to be some more serious content. So get ready for that. But it is an excellent book. I read it for the first time this past year, and I didn't expect to cry at the end, but then I just like burst into tears at the end of it.
Great. So I haven't read it yet.
Get ready for that, Whitney.
Yeah.
But that'll be our last book club, because then in May we take a break to get ready for summer reading. So make sure you come and get your copy of Patron Saints of Nothing, and that you tune in for that book club, because we'll be able to say goodbye to you guys before this coming fall.
I don't know. What does time mean anymore?
I know, time has no meaning. But all right, well, we hope you guys enjoyed Nimona. Come and get this one, and we will talk to you guys next time. Goodbye. Bye.